Hi, it's Janine. Wanted to give an update and a couple other thoughts and some new medicines that I've been taking that have been really helping. My surgery got postponed again. Right now, they have me on the books for January 26th, but my doctor works in two different hospitals. And one hospital is saying that, or the hospital that I was supposed to go to is saying that they're not going to take patients until February or maybe even March. And the other hospital that he does them, they're deciding week by week who gets to have surgeries, but they don't want to do surgeries that are overnight or multiple nights, which mine would be an overnight. I have one night authorized through my insurance, but that can always be extended for pain and those other things. So right now it's just a case by case, and mine is because it's both sides. They're approving, I guess, more cases maybe that are worse, that are more dire, or smaller cases that are going to be outpatient, same day sort of things, assist or stuff like that. That's what I'm being told by my doctor's office. So, which is fine with me right now. The hospital that they are doing the week by week doesn't have as good pain management than the other hospital. So it's kind of a toss-up. But the hospital that is taking patients, he's got a good surgical team there that knows his routine because he's been there for many years. So kind of, good and bad on that. So we'll just see, and it could be a notification of, hey, next week or something. It could be very short notice. So just waiting to hear on that. The reason is because of COVID, and they're waiting to see if the COVID cases really go up. My joints are done, but they haven't shipped them to a hospital because they don't know what hospital I'm going to be at. So that's the whole surgical side of it. And I stopped taking or getting Botox in my jaw. I still got Botox for migraines up in my forehead, the hairline, in the temporal, neck, shoulders, the protocol that they do for migraines. But I did not get it in my jaw the last time. So it's probably been, about 4 months now, 5 months? And I do have to say that now that has helped. The Botox did help a lot, especially at the beginning, because I was having daily migraine, sort of bad head. I mean, the headaches and the whole tension of all the muscles everywhere, and I would clench, and it would start a headache, and I couldn't get it under control. So the Botox was a life changer on that measure. As of right now, with the Botox in my jaw, I'm not noticing it. It's not like super, super bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm dying without the Botox. It's I am getting more migraines. Like I was getting, like, with having it in my jaw, I was only getting about a migraine a month. Now I've gone, it's almost once a week or once every other week. So it's still, my migraines have still increased, and I think that is, if I have tension or clenching or anything, stress, then that starts triggering it. So the last office visit, the doctor, my jaw doctor had put me back on the meloxicam and the muscle relaxer at night. So he said he doesn't want to chase the pain, so go ahead and start taking those again. Which I was like, thank God, because I was really, it was getting really, really bad. Oh, back on the Botox, I've noticed one thing, that with the Botox, not getting the Botox, I can open a little bit wider. It's I don't know if it's the muscles that I need to open wider are able to function a little bit more. But if I open really wide, then it hurts to open really wide, or then it will trigger kind of an inflammation sort of thing. So then I pay for it later. So as long as I don't open super wide, then I'm okay. So I'm back on the meloxicam, which has helped a great deal. And I was still getting, in the evenings, I was still having more pain, and overnight, and I was still having some issues. But I went to a more natural doctor, and she does root cause issues. So issues, especially for women, or I went to her for hormones and for fatigue, because my fatigue was so bad that there was days that it was just like a chore. It was difficult just to walk, to do anything, and then to have to work and think. I'd find myself staring at my computer screen, just going, okay, trying to process what I'm supposed to be doing. And it was really, really bad. So I went to her to try to see where my levels were, what if there's anything else causing this besides just not getting a good sleep, and pain and inflammation from my jaw. Oops, sorry. Mute that. So that was my reasoning for going to her, and she checked a whole bunch of stuff. Vitamin D's, she checked thyroid. There's multiple thyroid tests to take and some other stuff. And we did find out some things that could be causing that. And she gave me a lot of, and keeping in mind my jaw too, and sleep, she gave me some natural sort of medicines. But I get them from a site called Full Script. I'll put the link. I don't know if you have to have a doctor's prescription to get these, or if you can get them on your own. But I'm going to share a couple of them that have really helped for me, and especially I've noticed with the pain and the inflammation. So because the inflammation is what causes, when it gets irritated, it causes a little bit more of a inflammation, swelling, and some pain. So these have really helped lately, and I think there's it has to do with these, because this is the only thing that I've changed, and I've added like one a week. But the first one is this. It's probably backwards. It's called Inflammatone, and I take 2 of these a day, one in the morning when I first get up on an empty stomach, and then one at night before I go to bed. And this one I think has really helped with the pain and inflammation, because I've noticed a big difference with this. In addition to my meloxicam, I started taking this one, and I think my pain even went down even more. So it's even more manageable, where I was feeling it all day long, even with the meloxicam. Even I had that, but I was still, by the end of the day especially, it was, you're just really uncomfortable, or it hurts, or sore, or, whatever, headache by the end of the day. With this, I feel like it's taken it down a notch. So this might be something that if somebody is dealing with the inflammation and pain, might be a good one to try. The other one for sleep and muscle tension, so if you have a lot of muscle, clenching or muscle soreness, is this myosedate. And you take this at night, and it helps you sleep, and it helps with muscle relaxation. So I found that this has helped a little bit too. So those are two that I think, dealing with the jaw and the muscles and the pain, have really helped on a more natural avenue besides doing topicals. I always, a sort of Bengay, or I use doTERRA's Deep Blue for muscle rub, and then the Asper cream is good for those times that you really get that irritation, or it's irritated and you get shooting pains, which I only get those now that the inflammation's down. Before, I was getting them a lot more often before I started taking the meloxicam. But now I only really get those really shooting pains is if I eat something that just happens to just do it. Like the other night, I ate some Tums. My stomach wasn't feeling good, and so I had some Tums, and biting into the Tums, which probably I should have just sucked on. I should know better than to do something that hard. That irritated it, so that was kind of dumb on my part. But otherwise, I don't use the Asper cream all that much. About it. I'll keep updating as we get a little closer. This is just kind of small little updates, but I plan on the day of surgery or or day after surgery, probably not the day of surgery because I don't think I'll really be with it, but I'll include some pictures. My husband, I'm sure, will take plenty of pictures of me in the wrap and looking just beautiful at that point. So I'll update again if anything major happens, when surgery will be, when I finally find out. So fingers crossed it will be soon. I'll update you when I hear something new. Have a good day. Happy New Year. Bye.